I'm a doctor, and today I want to share something very important, especially for those over 50, 60, or even 80 years old. Many of my patients come to me and say the same thing. Doctor, my knees hurt. My hips feel stiff every morning. Walking even short distances is painful. And yet, I also see people in their 70s and 80s who walk comfortably, confidently, and without pain. So what's the difference? It's not genetics alone. It's not expensive treatments. And it's not endless painkillers. In many cases, the real difference is what they eat every single day. You see, joint pain doesn't begin in the knees or hips. It often starts inside the body, with chronic inflammation, weak cartilage, and poor nutrient absorption. As we age, our bodies stop producing enough collagen, lubricating fluids decrease, and inflammation quietly builds up in the joints. If you don't support your body with the right foods, stiffness and pain become almost unavoidable. But here's the good news. I have patients over 80 years old who tell me, "Doctor, I still walk every day. I don't feel pain. I don't rely on medication." When I ask them about their lifestyle, one thing always stands out. Their daily diet is simple, consistent, and joint-friendly. They don't eat randomly. They don't skip meals. And they don't rely on processed foods. Instead, they focus on foods that reduce inflammation, protect cartilage, support bones and muscles, improve joint lubrication. In this video series, I will explain exactly what these people eat, why it works, and how you can apply the same habits, no matter your age. Today, in part 1, I want you to understand one key truth. Food is not just fuel. Food is information for your joints. What you eat today directly affects how you walk tomorrow. Stay with me, because this information could change how you move for the rest of your life. Now, let's talk about the first daily food habit I see in almost every senior who walks without pain, even in their 80s. As a doctor, this is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits I recommend, and surprisingly, many people ignore it. They start their day with the right kind of protein and healthy fats. Most joint pain in older adults is not caused by movement itself, but by weak joint structures. Cartilage, tendons, and ligaments are made of protein. When your body doesn't get enough quality protein, it cannot repair these tissues properly. With age, protein absorption becomes less efficient, so eating a little protein is often not enough anymore. Pain-free seniors understand this, even if they don't know the science behind it. Every morning, they include foods such as eggs, plain yogurt, or kefir, bone broth, small portions of cheese, or fish like sardines or salmon. These foods provide amino acids, which are the building blocks of joint tissue. But protein alone is not enough. They also include healthy fats, because joints need lubrication to move smoothly. Without proper fats, joints become dry, stiff, and painful, especially in the morning. Healthy fats help reduce inflammation, improve joint lubrication, protect cartilage from wear and tear. Common choices I see in pain-free seniors include olive oil, avocado, walnuts, ground flax seeds, fatty fish. This combination, protein plus healthy fats, creates a powerful environment for joint repair. Another important point many people don't realize is blood sugar control. When breakfast is full of sugar or refined carbohydrates, inflammation increases throughout the body. Inflammation directly attacks joint tissue and worsens pain. That's why seniors who stay pain-free avoid sugary pastries, white bread, sweet cereals, processed breakfast foods. Instead, they choose simple, nourishing meals that keep inflammation low and energy steady. One 80-year-old patient once told me, "Doctor, I never skip breakfast. and I never eat sweet things in the morning. That one habit alone protected his joints for decades. So remember this. Strong joints are built every morning. What you eat at the start of the day sets the tone for how your joints feel all day long. Now let's move on to something that surprises many people when I explain it in my clinic. The second daily food habit of seniors who walk without pain is their strong focus on natural anti-inflammatory foods, especially those that protect the joints from silent damage. Most people believe joint pain comes only from wear and tear. But medically speaking, the real enemy is often chronic, low-grade inflammation. This type of inflammation doesn't cause fever or obvious illness. Instead, it slowly attacks cartilage, dries out joints, and weakens surrounding tissues, year after year. Pain-free seniors understand something very important. They don't wait until pain appears to act. They control inflammation every single day through food. One of the most common foods I see in their diets is fatty fish. Fish such as salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are scientifically known to reduce joint inflammation, improve joint flexibility, slow cartilage breakdown, decrease stiffness, especially in the morning. Patients who eat fatty fish 2 to 4 times per week often report less pain within weeks. For those who don't eat fish regularly, I often see another powerful habit. They include extra virgin olive oil daily. Olive oil is not just a fat, it acts like a natural anti-inflammatory medicine. It contains compounds that work in a similar way to mild pain relievers without damaging the stomach or kidneys. Many pain-free seniors drizzle olive oil on vegetables, soups, or even take a small spoonful daily. Then there are spices. Simple, traditional spices many people overlook. Turmeric, ginger, and garlic appear again and again in the diets of older adults with strong joints. Turmeric contains curcumin, which helps calm inflammation in joint tissue. Ginger improves circulation and reduces stiffness. Garlic supports the immune system and protects connective tissue. These are not exotic remedies. They are foods our grandparents used daily, long before modern pain medications existed. Another key point I emphasize as a doctor is gut health. Inflammation often starts in the gut. If digestion is poor, nutrients are not absorbed properly, and inflammatory signals increase. That's why many pain-free seniors include yogurt or kefir, fermented vegetables, simple, home-cooked meals. A healthy gut leads to better nutrient absorption and healthier joints. I often tell my patients this simple truth. You cannot heal joints in an inflamed body, and you cannot reduce inflammation without changing what you eat. The seniors who walk comfortably at 80 are not lucky. They are consistent. Now, let's talk about something that is often underestimated but absolutely essential for pain-free movement, especially as we age. Vegetables and minerals that nourish the joints and bones from the inside. As a doctor, I often notice that people focus only on calcium or supplements, but they forget the bigger picture. Strong, flexible joints depend on a combination of minerals, antioxidants, and water-rich foods. Pain-free seniors understand this instinctively. They don't just eat vegetables occasionally, they eat them every single day, and they choose the right kinds. One group of vegetables that appears again and again in their diets is leafy greens. Vegetables like spinach, kale, chard, parsley, and arugula are rich in magnesium, vitamin K, calcium, plant-based. Powerful antioxidants. Magnesium helps muscles relax and prevents stiffness around the joints. Vitamin K supports bone density and protects cartilage. Without these nutrients, joints become unstable and painful over time. Another important group is colorful vegetables. Pain-free seniors don't eat bland plates. They include colors: orange, red, purple, and green, because color often means antioxidants. Vegetables like carrots, red peppers, tomatoes, beets, broccoli. These help neutralize free radicals that damage joint tissue. Think of antioxidants as a protective shield around your joints. Then there is water content, something most people forget. Joints need hydration to stay lubricated. Cartilage is mostly water. When the body is even slightly dehydrated, joints become dry and stiff. That's why seniors who walk without pain often eat cucumbers, zucchini, celery, soups, and stews. These foods provide hydration along with nutrients, helping joints glide smoothly during movement. Another mineral that plays a critical role is potassium. Potassium helps maintain fluid balance in cells and prevents muscle cramps and joint discomfort. You'll often find pain-free seniors eating avocados, sweet potatoes, beans, lentils. Instead of processed foods that drain minerals from the body, they choose natural, mineral-rich meals. I often tell my patients, supplements can help, but food is the foundation. Your joints recognize real food better than pills. When vegetables and minerals are missing from the diet, joints age faster than the rest of the body. But when they are present daily, something remarkable happens. Movement becomes easier, stiffness decreases, and confidence in walking returns. Now we need to talk about a topic many people don't like to hear. But, as a doctor, I must be honest with you. One of the biggest reasons joints become painful with age is not lack of movement, but too much hidden sugar in the daily diet. Pain-free seniors understand this very well, even if they don't talk about it openly. Sugar is not just about weight gain or diabetes. Inside the body, excess sugar triggers inflammation, damages collagen, and accelerates joint aging. When sugar levels are high, a process called glycation occurs. This process makes collagen fibers stiff and brittle. Collagen is what keeps joints flexible and strong. Once collagen becomes stiff, joints lose their shock-absorbing ability. Pain, swelling, and stiffness follow, especially in the knees, hips, and lower back. Seniors who walk without pain are very careful about how often and when they consume sugar. They don't eliminate it completely, but they control it wisely. They avoid sugary drinks, packaged desserts, white bread and refined flour, sweet snacks between meals. Instead, they choose natural sweetness from fresh fruit, berries, small amounts of honey, dried fruit in moderation. Another important habit is timing. Pain-free seniors rarely eat sweets late in the day. Late sugar intake increases inflammation overnight, leading to morning stiffness. Many of my older patients tell me, "Doctor, when I stopped eating sweets at night, my morning pain improved." There is also a strong connection between insulin spikes and joint pain. Frequent blood sugar spikes cause inflammatory signals to circulate in the body. These signals often target weak areas, such as aging joints. That's why seniors with healthy joints eat balanced meals that include protein, healthy fats, fiber. This combination slows sugar absorption and protects joint tissue. Another hidden source of sugar many people overlook is processed food labeled as healthy. Low-fat yogurts, breakfast bars, sauces, and packaged soups often contain added sugars that quietly damage joints over time. Pain-free seniors stick to simple, homemade meals. They read labels, or better yet, eat foods that don't need labels at all. I often remind my patients, sugar may taste good for a moment, but inflammation lasts much longer. Every time you reduce sugar, your joints feel the difference. When sugar is under control, inflammation drops. When inflammation drops, joints heal better. And when joints heal better, walking becomes easier. even at 80 years old. Now let's talk about something that modern diets have almost forgotten, but older generations understood very well. Traditional foods that rebuild joints from the inside. As a doctor, I've noticed a clear pattern. Many seniors who walk without pain still include bone-based and collagen-rich foods in their diet, often without realizing how powerful they are. Joints are not just bones. They are made of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, and connective tissue. All of these structures depend heavily on collagen. The problem is this: after the age of 40, the body's natural collagen production drops significantly. By 60 or 70, this decline becomes very noticeable. Without enough collagen, joints lose elasticity. Movement becomes rough instead of smooth. Pain and stiffness slowly increase. Pain-free seniors often support collagen naturally through bone broth. Bone broth is made by slowly simmering bones, cartilage, and connective tissue. This process releases collagen, gelatin, amino acids, and minerals directly into the liquid. Regular consumption of bone broth helps improve joint cushioning, support cartilage repair, strengthen ligaments and tendons, reduce joint stiffness. Many older adults drink a small cup daily or use it as a base for soups and stews. Another important point is collagen absorption. Collagen works best when combined with vitamin C. That's why pain-free seniors often eat collagen-rich foods together with citrus fruits, bell peppers, tomatoes, leafy greens. This combination helps the body use collagen more efficiently. Some seniors also eat gelatin-rich foods such as slow-cooked meats, stews, traditional soups. These foods were common in the past, but are rare in fast food diets today. I often explain to my patients that joints don't respond well to shortcuts. They respond to consistent nourishment over time. Another overlooked factor is chewing and digestion. Seniors who maintain good digestion absorb nutrients better. They eat slowly, chew well, and avoid overeating, habits that protect both the gut and the joints. And let me be very clear about something important. Joint pain is not an inevitable part of aging. Poor nutrition makes it feel inevitable. Traditional foods provided what joints need long before supplements existed. When collagen-rich foods return to the diet, many patients notice less cracking and stiffness, better movement in the morning. Now let's talk about a habit I see very often in seniors who walk without pain, yet many people completely overlook it: daily hydration and joint lubrication. As a doctor, I must be very clear about this. Joints do not function well when the body is dehydrated. Cartilage is made largely of water. When the body does not receive enough fluids, joints begin to dry out, friction increases, and movement becomes stiff and painful over time. Many older adults tell me, "Doctor, I don't feel thirsty." But with age, the sensation of thirst becomes weaker. This leads to chronic unnoticed dehydration. Pain-free seniors do not wait until they feel thirsty. They drink fluids intentionally throughout the day. Instead of drinking large amounts at once, they take small, regular sips from morning to evening. Water is important, but the type of fluids matters as well. Seniors who protect their joints usually choose water, herbal teas, homemade soups and broths, warm water with lemon. They avoid sugary drinks and packaged juices, which increase inflammation and actually worsen dehydration. Another key factor is electrolyte balance. Completely eliminating salt can be harmful for joints. Natural, moderate salt intake helps the body retain fluids inside the cells, where joints need them most. Pain-free seniors typically eat home-cooked meals, avoid highly processed foods, maintain natural mineral balance. This helps preserve healthy joint fluid. Many patients tell me, "Doctor, since I started drinking more water, my morning stiffness has decreased." This is not a coincidence. Joint fluid can only renew itself when the body is properly hydrated. Excessive coffee and black tea intake can also increase fluid loss. Seniors who walk without pain do not eliminate these drinks, but they consume them in moderation. I often remind my patients, water does more than quench thirst. It lubricates your joints. Without proper hydration, pain-free movement is not possible. More confidence while walking? Now let's talk about a critical connection that many people overlook: muscle strength and joint protection. As a doctor, I often explain this in very simple terms. Weak muscles create painful joints. Joints do not work alone. They are supported, stabilized, and protected by the muscles around them. When muscles weaken with age, joints are forced to absorb more stress. This is why joint pain often increases after 60. Not because joints suddenly fail, but because muscles are no longer strong enough to support them. Pain-free seniors understand this connection very well. They may not lift heavy weights or go to the gym, but they feed their muscles correctly. Muscle tissue requires regular nourishment to stay strong, especially protein and key minerals. Seniors who walk without pain usually include protein at every meal, not just once a day. Common choices include eggs, fish, yogurt or kefir, beans and lentils, small portions of meat or poultry. This steady protein intake prevents muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia. Another important nutrient is magnesium. Magnesium helps muscles relax after movement and prevents tightness that pulls on joints. Many pain-free seniors get magnesium naturally from leafy greens, nuts and seeds, legumes. They also avoid extreme dieting. Strict calorie restriction weakens muscles and makes joints vulnerable. Pain-free seniors eat enough to maintain strength, not to chase rapid weight loss. One powerful but simple habit I see often is eating protein earlier in the day. Morning and midday protein intake helps preserve muscle mass better than eating most protein at night. I often remind my patients, strong muscles act like shock absorbers for your joints. When muscles are nourished, joints suffer less damage. This is why some seniors can walk confidently at 80, while others struggle at 60. Now let's talk about something that separates seniors who simply get by from those who remain strong, mobile, and pain-free well into their 80s. Nighttime recovery and the foods that support it. As a doctor, I often tell my patients that joints do not heal while you are moving. They heal while you are resting, especially during sleep. But sleep alone is not enough. The body needs the right nutrients in the evening to repair joint tissue, calm inflammation, and relax muscles overnight. Pain-free seniors are very mindful of what they eat in the hours before bedtime. They avoid heavy, greasy, or sugary meals at night. These foods increase inflammation and disrupt sleep quality. Instead, they choose light, nourishing evening meals that support recovery. Common evening choices include vegetable-based soups, yogurt or kefir, small portions of fish or eggs, cooked vegetables with olive oil. These meals provide nutrients without overloading digestion. Another powerful habit is including foods rich in tryptophan and magnesium in the evening. Tryptophan supports the production of serotonin and melatonin, which improves sleep quality. Magnesium helps muscles relax and prevents nighttime cramps and stiffness. Foods commonly eaten by pain-free seniors in the evening include yogurt, bananas, oats, nuts, and seeds. Good sleep reduces cortisol levels. Lower cortisol means less inflammation in the joints. I often see patients improve their joint pain simply by sleeping better, without changing exercise routines. There is also a strong connection between poor sleep and increased pain sensitivity. When sleep is disrupted, the nervous system amplifies pain signals. This makes joints feel worse than they actually are. Pain-free seniors protect their sleep like medicine. They eat early. They avoid late-night snacking. They keep evening routines calm and predictable. I often remind my patients, healing does not happen by accident. It happens during rest. What you eat at night determines how your joints feel in the morning. Now, let's bring everything together. As a doctor, after many years of working with older adults, I can tell you this with confidence. Pain-free walking at 80 is not luck. It is the result of simple habits repeated daily. There is no single magic food. There is no miracle pill. What truly protects joints is a system. Pain-free seniors don't chase quick fixes. They quietly follow the same patterns every day. They eat enough protein to protect muscles. They include healthy fats to lubricate joints. They choose anti-inflammatory foods instead of sugar. They eat vegetables for minerals and antioxidants. They drink enough fluids to keep joints hydrated. They respect meal timing and sleep for proper recovery. Each habit may seem small on its own, but together they create an environment where joints can survive and even thrive despite age. One of the most important lessons I try to teach my patients is this. Aging is inevitable, but rapid joint degeneration is not. I have seen patients in their 60s struggling to walk, while others in their 80s move with confidence. The difference is not age, it is daily care. Pain-free seniors do not wait for pain to appear before changing their habits. They act early. They stay consistent. Another key point is patience. Joint health does not improve overnight. But when these habits are followed consistently, many people notice. Less morning stiffness, better balance, smoother movement, reduced dependence on pain medication. And most importantly, they regain confidence in their own body. I often tell my patients, treat your joints today the way you want them to carry you tomorrow. It is about doing simple things consistently. The seniors who still walk comfortably at 80 do not rely on luck. They rely on daily care. They choose foods that calm inflammation instead of feeding it. They nourish their muscles so joints are protected. They stay hydrated so movement remains smooth. They respect sleep, routines, and recovery. I have seen people regain confidence in walking, climbing stairs, and living independently, simply by respecting these principles. If this information was helpful to you, I encourage you to apply it, not just remember it. And if you want to continue learning how to stay strong, mobile, and independent as you age, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. New videos are shared regularly to help you protect your health naturally and safely. Thank you for watching.